playground for most people, disaster zone for others. These are the professional lifeguards who patrol Bondi every day of the year. They put their lives on the line to keep one of the world's busiest beaches safe. 2,500 rescues every summer. Bringing people back from death. Drama on the set. For the first time, cameras have been given unprecedented access to these elite watermen. There's the young Turk, Reedy.
You get to sort of be a bit of a hero, like, you get to save people's lives.
Yacey, the wild man.
Yeah, on a busy day, you can pull out 100 people from the same rig.
Hoppo, the boss.
I remember my first dead body. You never sort of forget the face.
Tonight on Bondi Rescue, trouble on the beaches.
Where do we stand? How far can we take it?
A happy snap gone wrong.
Yeah, I'm glad I can entertain everybody. This is great. Yeah.
Natalie, swimming 1 minute, unconscious the next.
I'll need an ambulance ASAP. She came up and she was just on her back.
And danger just off Bondi.
I've seen the whole front of it, right into its eyes. It could have launched right into my hairstyle.
Take me back to the sweet times, the hot nights. Everything's gonna be alright in the summertime. Baby, in the summertime. And even after we took this year, I don't care. All I know is I'll meet you there in the summertime. Baby, in the summertime, that is where I'll be.
Beach is open. We're professional lifeguards. We don't wear the red and yellow, the volunteers. We wear the blue, Bondi. We're Bondi lifeguards.
6 a.m, Bondi Beach, one of the first patrols of summer.
We could get from a stubbed toe to a broken neck. But there's definitely one thing certain, we're going to get 40,000 people down here. And we're just going to make sure no one drowns.
Millions of visitors flock to the world's most famous sandpit each year. It's a playground for every shape, colour and creed. Even the odd dog. The volunteer lifesavers in red and yellow, the clubbies, patrol weekends and public holidays. The Waverley Council lifeguards are paid professionals who patrol Bondi day in, day out, rain or shine. On the beach, their word is law.
Attention in the water, swimmers, please pop out of this area. You are in a rip and move further north to the flags. Thank you.
What I love about Bondi is it's a busy place, so you're always got to be on your toes 100% of the day when you're on shift. The best part about being a lifeguard is doing the rescues. It's just good satisfaction, you know, you can get someone out of a dangerous situation and basically saving their lives.
When Popo first joined the lifeguards, he was the world's quietest man. I think it took 3 years for him to say hello.
This is the lifeguard tower. Everything goes through here. Radio calls, first aid, ambulance, police.
Possible hole. Stay here while
There's 35 lifeguards, 8 on any given day. Out on the beach, patrolling.
Last year, the lifeguards did over 2,000 rescues. This is the untold story of the boys in blue. The air temperatures hit 30. The water's a seductive 22 degrees. It's brought the crowds, but the warm currents have attracted something else.
Bondi lifeguards, your jet ski. We have a visual sighting of the shark at the southern end of Bondi Beach.
There's been another shark sighting off a Sydney beach with people evacuated this afternoon.
The monster shark glided towards Bondi Beach at dusk last night. Up to 5 metres long, it cast a giant shadow as it stalked unwitting surfers. Bondi, Tamarama and Bronte beaches were quickly evacuated. Lifeguards were sent out on jet skis to scare it off.
When a shark turns up at Bondi, normal people get out of the water. but Anthony Carroll, better known as Harry's, went in to investigate.
Come up 5 metres from me. The fin come up first, which is, well, at least is about that high on the ski. So I had a second look to think, is it a whale? It wasn't a whale, and it wasn't a sunfish either. It was a great white. I'd seen the whole front of it right into its eyes. Definitely the biggest animal I've ever seen in the ocean. I was 5 metres from it, and it was actually coming towards me. That's how I seen the eyes and the shape coming right in. So at any time he could have launched. He could have launched right into my hairstyle.
Shark nets off Bondi have kept swimmers safe for decades. No one's been taken by a man-eater here since 1929, but this half-ton tiger shark caught in the nets is proof they're still around. Just how many sharks lurk beneath the water, no one seems to know. The lifeguards are about to investigate. But there's other trouble on the beaches.
Have you seen this? Unbelievable.
It's a week before Christmas and school holidays have begun. Normally, thousands would flock to the beach, but there's something more than sharks keeping people out of the water.
It's just weird. It's usually so much busier around here this time of year, and if anything, it's a little bit eerie.
ATV clear.
Australia's most famous beach is in lockdown. Every entry point has a roadblock. A week earlier, Sydney's beaches erupted.
Police, it was a revenge attack.
Racial tension between Anglo-Australians and Lebanese Australians have been brewing. Then, a lifesaver was assaulted at Cronulla Beach, just south of Bondi. A protest rally turned ugly. Mob violence and racism have come to the beaches. The place where clothes and prejudice are shed had forever changed. A week later, word's out. Reprisal attacks are planned at Bondi.
Living like today, it's a bit of an eerie feeling, eh? It's sort of like, it's kind of empty. It's not normal for it to be like this.
It's in the back of my mind. Are they going to come down?
Yeah.
Is it going to be
Where do
trouble?
we stand? How far can we take it? I heard they're going to attack the tower, and you know, you hear things and stuff, and where do we stand? How far can we take it?
The reprisals never happened, but a few weeks later, Bondi was back in the news.
This is the scene moments after the stabbing frenzy. 5 teenagers and a girl lying knifed and slashed in the Bondi Beach car park. The fight allegedly began when 2 girls were accosted by a group of Middle Eastern men and told to stay away from the car.
Despite racial tension on the beaches, the lifeguards don't discriminate. An Iranian family has been swept out in Backpackers Rip at South Bondi. None of them can swim a stroke. There are 3 people in trouble and only 2 lifeguards.
Letting you know that you're all swimming in front of a dangerous current sign. There's a very, very, very strong rip out there.
Riddy's the newcomer in the lifeguard team. His friends reckon he's young and he's cheeky.
Hey, Tina, come and have a little interview on the camera. We were just wondering, what do you think of Australian lifeguard?
Hot.
Hot?
Yes.
Really?
Ravishing.
Ravishing.
Sumptuous.
So what are we doing tonight?
Riddy is the new addition to the squad. High energy, very, very keen, and super dependable.
It's the best job in the world. Your office, you get to come down the beach. Everything around you is beautiful. The water, the sun, the sand.
You ring him up and he sees the lifeguard number. Rudy, can you come in? Yep, I'm there, sir. And he's straight there for a shift as soon as you call him.
End of the day, you turn around, you go, you know, look what I've done. I've got to work on the beach all day. You get to sort of be a bit of a hero. Like, you get to save people's lives.
There's a strong rip running at South Bondi. It's mayhem. Lifeguards perform a string of rescues, mainly backpackers and tourists who don't have a clue about surf safety. Reedy's in the middle of rescuing an Iranian family. They went into the water fully clothed and were swept off a sandbank. The first man's rescued using an unorthodox technique. But the daughter and father are still out there. Neither can swim a stroke. The waves are crashing in. Finally, the father's pulled in on the jet ski. But the daughter is being pummeled by waves. In desperation, she grabs Reedy round the neck. The lifeguards eventually calm her down and get her back to shore. Without the lifeguards, this family were well on the way to drowning.
See the dangerous current sign? Never. Alright, see the little picture of the man swimming with the cross through it? Never ever, okay? Always, there's red and yellow flags at the other end of the beach. Red and yellow, always in the middle. Okay, see the very strong current running out there? It's very scary, get into a lot of trouble. Alright?
Thank you.
Okay, not to worry, alright? You'll be okay. Maybe get some swimming lessons as well. Okay? You'll be okay.
Thank you very much.
That's alright, no worries. Where are you from?
From Iran.
Iran? Okay. Pleased to meet you, I'm Andrew. What's your name? Andrew. Abdullah? And you both Abdullah?
No, I'm Mohammed.
Mohammed and Abdullah. Pleased to meet you. Okay, you always swim with the red and yellow flags. Safest place.
Up the north end, Yatesy's been sent to break up a party with a few unruly locals.
Directly from Waverley Council, this is an alcohol-free zone, which means you're not allowed to drink beer. So I'd appreciate it if you finish your beers and get out of here.
Listen to the lyrics, guys.
Some people say he's mad, but he's just hyper-eccentric, and I just love him that way.
Yatesy would probably be male model if he like trained, but he's just one of those guys that's just naturally cut. He's got the highest metabolism a day. Like I think he has to go to the bathroom like 6 times a day.
I get down here and it's like the sun gives you a bit of energy. You know, see the boys and see the beach. So I'm alright. But 2 coffees, so I feel alright.
After last week's sighting of a huge white pointer, everyone's nervous about what lurks beneath the water.
Yatesy's dragged us all along. Wants to see a shark. Good on you, mate. We're all real happy to be here.
Thanks for coming too.
Sick.
Yatesy wants to investigate just how many sharks are cruising around Bondi. He's heard there's a shark colony just to the south.
It's really anxious actually. You get the feeling in your belly. It's like you want to vomit.
Yeah, pretty nervous right now.
We were alright until about 5 minutes ago. I'm out of your voice, Stuart.
The boys are about to confront every swimmer's worst fears. People come to Bondi to wash away their cares. But there's always that one nagging fear about what lurks beneath. After a white pointer stalked the beach a week ago, Yatesy wants to find out more about the sharks that live off Bondi. With their razor-sharp teeth, grey nurses had a fearsome reputation as man-eaters. But the boys are relieved to learn they've rarely been known to kill. They're called the Labradors of the Sea, but no one's about to give them a pat. They're more worried that their cousins, white pointers, could be just around the corner.
Oh my God! Let's get out of the water. There's hundreds of fish around and they turn around. They kind of look at it, they go, oh. And then there's the sand, and then the...
Yatesy's planning to dive on the shark net that keeps swimmers safe at Bondi. But sharks aren't the only surprises for a lifeguard.
6:30 in the morning when I start, the sun's going up, and get the people that have been out drinking all night that sort of want to finish off the night with a bit of love. I guess you could say, pull up next to them on the bike, and some of them don't stop. Best way to start the day, isn't it?
That's good to have.
Dino's deputy team leader, very fair, very thorough. He's a good leader.
Summer holidays are in full swing. The 40,000 strong crowd keeps the lifeguards on their toes. The safest place to swim is between the flags. But even then, things can go wrong.
You make your way in close to the middle flags. I think we've got a restuff or something big going on.
17-year-old student Natalie Whelan has been pulled unconscious from the surf.
I'll need an ambulance here, ASAP.
There's a big wave, and then she just came up and she was like this.
Okay, we have to treat her as a spinal dinner. Yeah.
The tide's out and the water's shallow. A spinal injury can't be ruled out.
Should have pulse? Yeah. Breath pretty rapid.
Dino runs the rescue. He's one of the most experienced lifeguards on the team.
Come on, 1, 2, 3. Everyone's right. That's it.
A large crowd looks on.
Yeah, it's in it.
Lifeguards call it the Ring of Death. Dino's after more information from Natalie's friend Trent.
When I spoke epilepsy, or and that's what you think it is?
They think she had an epileptic fit and she's taken on a lot of water.
Natalie, do you suffer fits, Natalie? You do. Just say yes or no. Don't nod your head. Yes. Okay.
We both went under, and I came up, and I looked around for her, and then she came up, and she was just on her back, just with her eyes closed, and I thought,
What we're going to do is take you up to hospital, okay?
Natalie's braced on a spinal board. If she's broken her neck, a false move could be disastrous.
You feel any pain anywhere? Okay.
Your heart rate is flying in a situation like that. You are so nervous, you don't want that person to die. Water, it's so dangerous if someone does black out. It's fatal.
After the major rescue on Bondi, things have returned to normal. The lifeguards are barking the same old message.
So if you're not a confident swimmer, stay close to shore or swim in the flags.
Natalie's on the way to St Vincent's Hospital. It's a slow trip. Natalie's friend Trent is especially anxious.
this big as wave came, and we both went over. I think she went under it, and I came up and looked around for her, and then she came up just on her back, and eyes were closed and her mouth was open, and I was like, oh no.
Bondi must rank as the most photographed beach in the world. But a happy snap was about to go wrong for Canadian backpacker Tara Zielman. Her boyfriend asked her to take a few steps closer to the water.
We were out in the rocks, and I said, Tara, why don't you step back just a little bit more? And I didn't warn her that there was a big one coming, and I didn't even notice that it was coming. So, ultimately, I have it on video what happened to her.
No way, you got it on your camera?
I have it on the camera.
Absolutely.
Well, a big wave came over and knocked her all over the water. It's only about it's only 5 seconds, but I went out to try to save her so she wouldn't be swept away.
You see that on Facebook?
Yeah, I'm glad I can entertain everybody. This is great. Yeah.
There you go. Boom.
Yeah, right. You totally see me like that.
I know.
Tara's going to have plenty of Bondi mementos. A couple of scars. And a photo with the lifeguards. Natalie's arrived at St Vincent's emergency department.
He's querying that she had a fit in the water. He supported her, and then the lifeguards came and took her out, put her onto the spine board, collared her.
Hi, Natalie. I'm Sandra. I'm one of the nurses here. Open your eyes, Natalie. Is there a reason why you're so drowsy? Natalie, open your eyes to me. That's it, and look at me. That's good.
Scores of people have become paraplegics and quadriplegics after surf accidents on Sydney's beaches. Will Natalie become one of them? Back at Bondi, the sun and the flags are going down. The lifeguards knock off at 7 and the beach slowly clears.
Just once again before we go, guys, there's a little rip down here at North Bondi, so we advise you stay away from the north corner. We're
we're going home, so there'll be no rescue equipment or lifeguards down here from now. So just be careful if you just take it easy, okay?
Next on Bondi Rescue, Christmas Day, booze, babes and bonbons. Popo wins a heart. Yatesy dives on Bondi's shark net.
I hope I don't see anything, but you never know.
Just keep your head still.
And Natalie.
When I take this on, can you stop it for turns? Go gently.
A spinal injury can't be ruled out.